Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Good morning and welcome to The Splash Live. I'm Ursula Krause. Thank you so much for being with us on this Tuesday's edition of The Splash Live. The Splash Live is Greater West Bloomfield's daily TV and radio streaming show. Watch us live Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 10 a.m. on Civic Center TV. Also, watch us live on Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, on the web at civiccentertv.com, on Civic Center TV's Facebook app, and you can even listen live on 89.3 Lakes FM. The Splash Live is part of Civic Center TV and Lakes FM's 90 minutes of live local programming. Taking a look at today's weather, we can expect a chilly but beautiful morning with temperatures in the low 60s. However, later in this afternoon, keep those umbrellas handy because there is the possibility of a shower with the temperatures in the low 80s and back down.
Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show.
Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high of 81. The evening will cool down a bit with temperatures reaching a cool 60 degrees. It is almost time to go back to school, and this ties into the question of vaccine and mask mandates in education. Public schools in Michigan are not requiring the COVID-19 vaccine, according to an article from Patch.com. Back in February, the CDC relaxed their mask mandates, allowing schools to connect their local policies to the amount of hospitalizations and deaths linked to COVID-19 rather than the amount of positive cases. Local schools in Michigan will also be allowed to decide themselves whether to enforce mask mandates or not. Vaccinations against diseases such as chickenpox, hepatitis B, and others will still be required unless granted exemption. The City of Orchard Lake will be having a groundbreaking ceremony for the city project this Wednesday, August 17th at 11 a.m. This ceremony will include new renovations to City Hall and the police station. We will be having a crew out there on Wednesday to take some footage and get some more information on the event so that we can report it to our viewers here on The Splash Live. The West Bloomfield Township has dedicated a conference room to late attorney Michael Sal Haney, who was tragically killed in an accident while partaking in the Make-A-Wish charity ride. Last night, Michael's sister, Sue Sal Haney, spoke at the township board meeting about her brother and the official dedication of the conference room. Let's take a look.
Good evening, I'm Sue Sal Haney. I am here representing my family. This is still very, very raw for us. And we have a huge hole left in our heart. But we want to thank all of you and this community for honoring my brother Michael through the dedication of your boardroom. We believe that he was such an important part of this community and the work that you all have done together. And the outpouring of love from all of you has really helped support us through these incredibly difficult times. Mike's career was dedicated to the protection of others, the protection of community, the protection of the law. Community was deeply important to Mike, and he certainly shared his opinions and beliefs on how to keep the West Bloomfield community safe. In this room, he acted as an advisor, a problem solver, and communicator of the law, and a friend to the people of West Bloomfield. His legal principles were not only based on law, but how people should act, what is the right thing to do, and to always do the right thing even when nobody is looking. West Bloomfield is a big cycling community, and I hope that for all of our sakes, this is a reminder of how important cycling safety and biking rights are, and as a reminder of how important advocacy against drugged driving is. Thank you for honoring Mike, his dedication and impact on our community, and may Mike's light eternally shine upon all of your work here.
Well, in honor of Mike Sal Haney, we have a plaque for the door. Room 7576, as all the employees know, is our conference room, and it's used probably 3 or 4 times per week. And this sign says Mike Sal Haney, Attorney at Law, Memorial Conference Room. And we hope that our staff, when they talk about room 7576, they'll call it the Sal Haney Memorial Conference Room. Also, we have a beautiful photo of Mike Sal Haney, and this is going to be framed along with the resolution, and it'll be affixed to the wall next to the wall sign honoring Michael Sal Haney.
A beautiful dedication to Michael Sal Haney. We're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we will be joined by Sandi Matz, member of the National Council of Jewish Women, Michigan.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Connect with local leaders, philanthropists, and more. The Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce presents the 2022 Leadership Breakfast. Join the Chamber for a morning of insight with guest speaker Laura Graneman, with the whole event emceed by Fox 2 News anchor Roop Raj. Join your local businesses at the Wabeat Country Club September 13th at 8:30 a.m. Order your tickets by September 6th at westbloomfieldchamber.com/breakfast. We'll see you there.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine.
In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head-on, visit michigan.gov/flu.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live. I'm Ursula Krause. We are now joined by Sandi Matz. Sandi is a member of the National Council of Jewish Women, Michigan, and also committee chairperson of an event called An Afternoon of Music for All Ages. Sandi, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So Sandi, can you tell us a little bit about what the National Council of Jewish Women, Michigan is?
Of course. National Council of Jewish Women, Michigan is a grassroots organization of volunteers. And through our advocacy and community service, we work to protect the rights of children and women and families. And that's why we're having this family program this Sunday.
So tell us a little bit about the concert event that the organization is putting it on.
The concert is this Sunday, August 21st. It's at Temple Chair Shalom in West Bloomfield, and it's called An Afternoon of Music for All Ages. So it's children friendly, and the entertainment is going to be the Detroit Youth Choir. And a lot of people have heard of them. They are a fabulous group of young people, and they even came in second place with the TV show that everybody knows about, America's Got Talent. So we're so excited to have them.
How did they become such a staple for this event? How did you decide to choose them to come and entertain?
Well, we actually chose them a couple of years ago when they were, when they came in second place and we had heard about them. They travel all over the place. But because of COVID, we couldn't have them, so we rescheduled them. And then because of COVID, we couldn't have them. So as they say, the third time is the charm, and we're hoping that this performance on Sunday will actually happen. And it's open to the public. There are tickets. You can be a patron for $75 and sit right up front, or a regular ticket is $36. Children tickets from the ages of 6 to 19 are only $10, and 5 and under is free. So we're really looking forward to it. And I'll also tell you that Jay Towers is going to be our MC.
What is the biggest takeaway you hope people will have from this event, coming to see everybody singing and all the dedication to it?
I hope they take away how powerful children can be when they're up on stage singing. Besides having beautiful voices, they are so poised and they're so wonderful. And as National Council of Jewish Women, not only are we displaying these children, but we do a lot of things for the youth in our community. And I'll just tell you about a few of our programs. We have a back to school store. And this year we just took care of 900 children from the city of Detroit. We gave them jackets and pants and shirts and school supplies and a book and a toothbrush and toothpaste, so they can start their school year in the right way. Before COVID, these children would come to us in a school building and they would actually shop for these items without paying, but they would have a personal shopper and they would walk around and pick a jacket and hat and mittens. Our mittens are donated from Mittens for Detroit. Our socks are donated by Bombas. And we just have all this wonderful merchandise for the children. We're hoping next year that we'll be in person again. We also do a backpack project for homeless children in Oakland County. Believe it or not, there are homeless children in Oakland County. So we do give about almost 1,500 backpacks to children in Oakland County. We also have a literacy project where we tutor in an elementary school and we read to children. We have another program called Wrapped in Love, and we have volunteers that come to our office every Monday and they make fleece blankets. And these blankets go to children who are either in the hospital or in foster care system. So we just do a tremendous amount for children in our community. And it's through fundraisers like this Detroit Youth Choir that we are able to do these projects.
So I know you said due to the pandemic, you weren't able to really take part in this whole event. Was there anything else that you did during the pandemic that kind of gave back to the community?
We still did everything. We still did the backpacks. We just didn't have our volunteers come and pack them because we couldn't be close together. We still did our back to school store, but we packed the items for the children and we gave them to social service agencies and they distributed because the kids couldn't come. So we tried to do all of our projects, all of our programs. We did a lot of Zoom programs so that we would keep our volunteers and our community safe, but we still wanted to give back and work on all our projects. And we're also an advocacy organization and we still do a lot in the community on advocacy.
Well, that is wonderful. Is there a website that our viewers can visit to buy the tickets to get to this event?
Absolutely. If they go to ncjwmi.org, there'll be a link to purchase tickets. Like I said, it's at Temple Shir Shalom, 3999 Walnut Lake Road in West Bloomfield. And we would love everybody to attend. It's for families, it's for people without families. Everybody will have a great time.
Well, thank you so much, Sandy, for this opportunity to talk. I wish you the best of luck this weekend. It's a great event.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we will hear from Gail Taub, fitness trainer and nutrition coach.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date. Let's whoop it up for these moments. Made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the cheering going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date.
Connect with local leaders, philanthropists, and more. The Greater West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce presents the 2022 Leadership Breakfast. Join the Chamber for a morning of insight with guest speaker Laura Graneman, with the whole event emceed by Fox 2 News anchor Roop Raj. Join your local businesses at the Wabeat Country Club September 13th at 8:30 a.m. Order your tickets by September 6th at westbloomfieldchamber.com/breakfast. We'll see you there. And now, back to the Splash, live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live. I'm Ursula Krause. We now welcome Gail Taub, fitness trainer and nutrition coach, to talk about rule versus variety when it comes to our food, exercise, and wellness. Thank you for joining us again, Gail.
Hi, good morning, Ursula.
So, Gail, can you explain to us what the difference between rules versus variety is when it comes to our well-being?
Yeah, so, a lot of people like structure, and so sometimes rules feel like the right way to go. Just tell me what to do, give me the program, give me the ins and outs, and I'm just going to do it every day. Rules can work well for people sometimes, but for most of us, they get in the way because our lives do not unfold every day the same way. And so the rules break very, very quickly. And without the understanding of why you're doing something or how it works for you, the rules don't work long term. When we flip the switch and we look at variety or routine, or the combination of the two, oftentimes that works a lot better for people, where they acknowledge that their life is going to be different every day, unexpected or expected plans, and having strategies to support your routine, what you intend to do, oftentimes works out much, much better, especially if you create those strategies for yourself.
So how can we be flexible in the way that we decide to do things while also following the rules to be healthy?
Yeah. So look at yourself first. I always say, what is it that works for you? Are you a rule follower? Does it help you to have rules? And then maybe, because life is more successful oftentimes as a balance, you see where those rules can work for you under what circumstances. And then for the things that the rules aren't going to work for, let's say an unexpected, expected or unexpected time away from work, or a long day of at the office, or maybe children being sick, something unexpected. How can you fill that space with more strategies and routine? So perhaps it's a combination of two. For the person that doesn't like rules at all and has a hard time following for more than a couple of days or whatever it might be, then maybe look at that routine and see how you can notice the big little chunks in your life and how you might be able to support those moments with a little bit more variety and routine.
What should we do if we get overwhelmed or confused by the choices we're making to know what is right for us?
Yeah, that happens every day. We think we know, and then we try it because someone else told us to, or someone else, you saw it online, or maybe you have this idea that, this is best for you, and you give it a try and it doesn't work. And then you try something else. And what ends up happening, Ursula, is honestly, we conflict and we have all these different strategies and little nuggets that we pull from everywhere, and it begins to get very confusing. And ultimately, it doesn't work. So, suggestion is to find someone like me or a professional that can help you organize your thoughts, help you start small and start to build that routine or those variety strategies that work for you, and a professional that is more interested in listening to what you have to say and is perhaps trained to help you figure it out on your own rather than just telling you what to do.
I know I am awful at this, but do you have any tips on how not to compare yourself to others that seem to have the rules and varieties figured out? I know I have a really hard time doing that. I always find myself comparing myself to other people who seem to have their life together.
I got to say that's probably, I mean, we all do it. It's hard not to. We have all of these promises and images and people that we see. There's not an easy answer for that other than trying to focus on yourself with a concerted effort. So with someone like me, a professional, and little by little, instead of trying to stop yourself from looking at these folks and wanting what they have, assuming that something's wrong with you because you can't quite get there yourself, focusing on yourself, on the things that work for you, that are positive and are about you, slowly but surely the other stuff starts to fade away. In other words, think about what you want rather than what you don't want, and then look at yourself to help you get that goal, right?
Right. Yeah, definitely.
That's a hard one. That is a hard one. We all do it, Ursula. We all do it.
Yes. So I know sometimes it is just hard to find time to be healthy, even including going to the gym or even making a decent meal. Even when you know it's crucial to staying on top of your life. Do you have any secrets on getting back on track when it seems just impossible to do that?
Yeah. The secret is something little. I know it sounds so disappointing sometimes to say, I can't flip the switch tomorrow and start doing all the things that I know I should be doing. Start small. Pick one small, like really small thing. Maybe it's setting an alarm on your watch or your phone or your computer, or whatever it might be, to help you remember to breathe and think about what you want next. Maybe it's that alarm to help you remember to have a snack, a healthy, wonderful snack at 3 p.m. so that you don't enter dinner time wanting to eat your arm because you're so hungry and got lost in your day. Start small and see if you can accomplish that one small thing without being distracted and trying to add to it until you really become very comfortable and it becomes a little bit more habitual to do that one small thing and then add something else to it. Unfortunately, it takes time, and that's something we're not good at allowing ourselves. We have to be patient. It didn't take 2 seconds to get the way we are today, and it won't take 2 seconds to turn the bus around. So one small thing at a time.
So in terms of exercising, do you have like a favorite exercise that you like to do that's kind of in moderation, that you can find time to do it every day or every other day?
Gosh, it depends on the person. I certainly have my favorites, may not be somebody else's favorites or even appropriate for them. But if you think of yourself and you think of something small that you want to accomplish every day, and let's say that you are more of someone who sits at a desk or a sedentary, someone who really doesn't get up to move a lot, maybe that exercise, you think about your upper body from your rib cage up, your arms, you think about your lower body, you think about your butt, you think about your legs, you think about your heart rate, and you think about your core, all that midsection, back and front. And maybe what you can do is just start small. And you can say, you know what, I'm going to do some shoulder movement both ways 10 times, super easy, right? Everybody should be able to do that, provided they don't have a limitation with their shoulder or something that they're afraid of. Maybe a few squats if you're comfortable with doing body squats, just a nice 10, maybe you do it twice. And maybe you do a couple of sit-ups. Everybody's really different in this respect, where they're comfortable, what they feel that they can do. And that's why also having a professional help you get started with that is important, so that you feel confident and that you can move. But Even if you get up and move, walk around a little bit, stretch, touch your toes up and down. Any of that is a really good start if you're someone who sits a lot during the day.
Would you recommend having one of those standing desks at an office? I don't know how well those work. I don't know how much of a benefit you get from standing all day, but do you recommend
Well,
that?
it depends on the person. It depends on
Right.
the person. So a standing desk might be a solution for some, but remember, when you stand a long time, there are other muscles and body parts that begin to ache as well. So you're talking about, your calf muscles, your ankles, your feet, your glutes, your butt. And so I'm a fan of balance. I'm a fan of, if you're a stander and that feels good, then sit, get those squats done. Make sure you're doing the opposite of what you're typically doing in order to get your body moving. If you're someone that sits all day long, standing up and getting that body moving in that way is also a really good idea. But finding that zone for you, it's going to be different for everyone.
Well, Gail, we only have a few minutes left. Is there anything else you would like to add to our viewers?
Sure. I always like to remind people, be kind to yourself. We often think about what we want to stop doing, what we don't want anymore, what we're doing wrong. And a suggestion on that mindset might be to think about instead what you want, what you can do, and what is possible. And that shift allows the other stuff to melt away if you figure out some positivity. And just be nice to yourself, guys. No one's expected to be perfect. Everybody's trying the best that they can. And to take it to another level, you can try it yourself for sure, and or find someone to help you.
Do you have a website that you would like to share with the viewers?
Sure. You can reach me at CoachGayle.com, and my name is spelled Gayle. CoachGayle.com is my website. You can also find me on Instagram at Gazelle Health with 2 H's at the end. Got to do what you got to do. And you can also find me at 248-885-1400. Call or text me anytime. I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you so much for your time today, Gail. It is always such a pleasure to have you on the show with us.
You are very welcome. Have a great day, Ursula.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
That is all the time we have for today. I'm Ursula Krause, and thank you for watching The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's very own TV, radio, and streaming show. Watch us live Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 10 a.m. on Civic Center TV. You can also watch us on Comcast Channel 15, AT&T Channel 99, on the web at civiccenter.com, on Civic Center TV's Facebook app, and you can even listen to us at 89.3 Lakes FM. We'll see you next time.